So in this video, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea of the changes that are going to occur since now LiveScribe is no longer supporting the LiveScribe online community. What we did before when we had LiveScribe is we could take any of our pencasts, as you see LiveScribe desktop loading here, and before I could have taken any of these pencasts, I could have loaded them to the LiveScribe community, which is actually called My LiveScribe here as one of the connectors. And once that's loaded, then I could actually use it as streaming video. So to demo that, if we go to Moodle here, and I'll just take an old Moodle course that I have as an example. So you see, if I click on a lesson, these lessons are available, these pencasts, as streaming video. The student doesn't have to do anything to play it other than have Flash available on their computer. So if we click play, you see I get the audio and the video all comes in. Now they've done away with this. So what's going to happen now is our lessons are not going to look like this. We won't have a little preview that will occur on our web pages because LiveScribe won't allow the streaming anymore. And there's no way for us to do that ourselves. We can't embed these pencasts or anything like that. So it's a different sequence than we're going to have to go through. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So let's go to the new Moodle where I've started this process at least a little bit. Okay, so here you can see in this, I've got here the old, which is down here, horizontal and vertical translations. And you can see a little preview of my pencast that I've designed. Up here, you can see all I have is a link, and that's actually all I'm going to have. So in order to see this lesson, what a student would have to do is they would have to click on this first. Now they can see the lesson, but notice there's no way to play the audio. So they need to go one more step here. They need to go to download. So I'm going to click on this. Once they go to download, then they're actually able to get to the document and they can play it just like they did before. And we can move various places around the screen here. So you can kind of see how this is going to work now. Now, how are we going to make this all happen? Okay, well, it's going to take a little bit of work. So here's my LiveScribe desktop. It would be really nice if we could just use the Google Docs connector, and send everything there. What I found is it worked for a while, and then the next day I got cut off. So we're not going to do it like that. And in fact, I've had some other teachers say they don't even have the Google Docs connector at all. So what we want to do is first set up our computer connector. So I'm going to click on that. And I have a folder set up. In this case, it's actually on my users drive. So you'll see here under my personal folder, I've set up one called Pencast PDFs. There it is right there. And that's the one that I've selected to do this. Okay. Now once I've got this done, I can close this just by clicking this. And I can go to a particular page, say page 36 here. I can right click on it and say, please send this to my computer. Click continue. Now the tricky thing about this is when you do it, it's actually going to pop up with a little window asking you to save this, and I'm not going to be able to see it. See, I can't see this on the screen, right? So I'm going to just press the bar here to minimize it. And I'm going to close this. I'm going to press the bar to minimize this. And there you see the dialog right here. It says save file as. So I'm going to save this as page 36. Save. That already exists. I've already done that one, but it'll still show you how it works. Now once I have this, I can actually move this. Let's bring this folder up here. So there's my Pencast PDFs. Any of these I can drag into my Google Docs folder. So in my drive, my Google Drive, I've actually got a folder called My Pencast. And I can actually drag and drop anything I want. It happens pretty quick here. So if I go on page 42, for example, and I click this, right click it, just drag it over, you could see it would go right over and it would automatically copy into there. Okay. If I let go of it. So here's my Google Drive and the folder I've made for the Pencast. And you see all these different Pencasts that I put in here. This is then going to allow me to actually share this material as long as the folder is shared, and mine is. Okay, this is shared with anyone who has the link. So if you go to share, okay, and go to advanced, this will allow you to change this so that anyone who has the link can view it. Okay, and at that point, all we'd have to do to insert it in as a lesson is to create a link. And once we've created a link in here to edit this, I'll turn the editing on here. Let's just turn our editing on. Okay, so what I'm going to do in one of my lessons, I'll go back to this one, is I'm going to have to provide a link in here. Sorry, I forgot to edit this. I just clicked on it there, edit. There we go. So here's my page. And you can see I can create a link now. Call this second lesson. I'll highlight it. And then you can see link here. So here's my link URL. I can get that from my Google Drive. Take any of these that I want to do. So there's get link. Okay. And now I can copy this. Go back to my editing. I'm going to paste it in there. Control V. There it is. Okay. And now I have my second lesson linked in here. In addition to that, I'm going to have to delete these pencasts in here. So I'm going to have to go back into my HTML and delete my embedded pencasts here. So that's going to take quite a bit of work, or quite a bit of time anyway. It's not hard work. Okay. But that needs to be taken out because starting July 1st, the streaming won't work anymore. Okay. If you do need help with this, there's certainly resources available from the division. Okay. People like Kirk Kazema or someone like that would be available, or Robert Niswin would be able to help you out with this. Certainly Mark Jensen, if you ask him, can arrange for you to get some personal help so you have someone sitting beside you if you're starting this for the first time. Okay? Well, I hope this helps. I know it's not a great solution, but I still really appreciate the Pencast and the Smart Pen and the ability it gives me to make lessons. It'll just be a little bit of extra work and a little bit of extra teaching that I'll have to do with my students from now on. Okay, thanks for watching.